In the meantime, let's go back to Wade Mercer where we left off with him.
I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you for first appearance purposes and ask if you listen to Mr. McDaniel, your attorney today.
Your Honor, I spoke to Mr. Scott. We're just going to ask the court to consider conditional release. He's from Texas, but he does attend college at Prairie View there in Texas. He also works at NASA, electrical engineer student. I'm hoping the court would give him some kind of conditional release, and maybe he'll come back and, in our next court date in March and see where we go from there.
Yeah, I've never given a conditional release to someone that resided that far away, and I don't think I'm going to start today. But Mr. Mitchell, what's the state's position?
We'll leave it up to the court to make that final decision on that, but the only thing we really request is that he have the condition of no possession or consumption of alcohol.
Mr. Scott, your bond's $2,500 cash or surety. That's a standard bond for DUI. I just don't think a conditional release is appropriate for someone that lives at least 12 hours away from here. You have no local ties. Cash or surety means you can go through a bondsman. You will get a chance to use the phone in just a few minutes, Scott, to try to post the bond, Mr. Scott. And you got a condition not to possess or consume alcohol. Any questions?
Yeah. And Judge, I guess I don't think it's going to change anything, but I'll let the court know that Mr. Scott, he resides permanently in Texas. That's where he goes to school with, but currently he is residing in Florida because, I guess in around Orlando area, I guess there where NASA is, because he's doing an internship there, working for him. He is, in the state of Florida. I'm not gonna say locally, but he is in the state of Florida. But I don't know if that changes anything.
You've got the bond I've set. That's a reasonable bond for the charge you're accused of and considering the evidence against you and the breathalyzer that you allegedly blew. You'll get a chance to use the phone in a few minutes, sir, to try to post the bond. Mr. Scott, the jail's also going to give you a notice for your court date, and that would be February the 2nd.
March 2nd.
March 2nd at 9 a.m. needs to be his notice, date, and time, please, Corporal. Mr. Scott, wish you the best. John Rivas. Mr. Rivas, good morning. You're here because you've been accused of one count of driving with no valid driver's license and one count of operating a motorcycle with a motorcycle endorsement. And Mr. Rivas, it appears you're on probation out of Holmes County. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you and ask that you listen to Mr. McDaniel, your attorney.
Your Honor, I spoke to Mr. Rivas. At this point in time, he's going to plead no contest to the charges as listed. The understanding he'll be sentenced to 60 days in the county jail. He'll have 1 day jail credit. There'll be a $400 fine. Hopefully he'll work it off while he's in the trustee bay. He has signed his plea waiver form, waives his right to jury trial and call witnesses.
Thank you. Mr. Mitchell, is that agreeable with the state?
It is, Your Honor. And what's that Holmes County case?
Two cases, 22-524, 23-101. And I'm not sure where he's being supervised out of because he's got a Mariana address. So he may have a Mariana supervisor, but it's a Holmes County case.
Okay.
Mr. Rivas, could you hear that plea agreement, sir?
Yes, sir.
And is that the plea that you would like to enter, Mr. Rivas?
Yes.
Mr. Rivas, I'm going to accept your plea of no contest to the charges of no driver's license, driving with no driver's license, that is, and no motorcycle endorsement. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 60 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 1 day that you've served. 60-day sentences are concurrent in each case and running at the same time. Standard court costs and fines imposed in count 1 of $400. Waive the court costs and fines in count 2. Mr. Rivas, you certainly may qualify for the trustee program. I would encourage you to look into that. And Mr. Rivas, I'm going to ask Mr. Mitchell to notify Holmes County and make them aware of this arrest. If they place a hold on you, we've got to deal with that before you're released. If they don't place a hold on you and you finish the sentence, you're going to be released. Mr. McDaniel, are you asking for the normal language you request about the plea
Yes,
not being used against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rivas, I'm going to put it on this plea form as part of this plea agreement. This is kind of a standard language we use. What you're doing today, this plea agreement cannot be used against you in your VOP. If the state wants to do that, I would allow you to withdraw your plea today and start from scratch. They still may use the incident by calling the officer or others to try to prove this if there's a disputed VOP, but they can't use the plea. I don't want you to sit there for weeks and weeks because they're going to use the plea against you. So that's how we avoid that happening. Mr. Rivas, I wish you the best. Any questions, sir?
Oh.
Have a good day, sir. We have Austin Thomas next. Mr. Thomas, good morning. Mr. Thomas, you're here because you've been accused again for domestic battery by strangulation, and this time you have a new charge of false imprisonment. Mr. Thomas, there is probable cause for both these charges. I have looked at your criminal history, so I'm aware of the same charge of domestic battery by strangulation, although it was a different alleged victim within the last year or two. I'm also aware that case was dismissed at the victim's request. So I'm aware of all that. I think you're entitled to a bond as far as I can tell. Let's see what additional information the attorneys have, if any. Mr. McDaniel, anything?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Mr. Mitchell?
Nothing at this time, Your Honor.
Mr. Thomas, I'm going to set your bond at $7,500 each on these two felonies, sir. Your total bond today is $15,000. You have a condition of absolutely no contact with the alleged victim at all. You have the right to use the phone to contact friends or family for purposes of trying to post the bond, but you cannot contact the victim or send any messages to her through a third person. And Mr. Thomas, you're going to get a notice for your court date, and that should be February the 3rd at 8:30. Mr. Thomas, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Have a good day. Charles Faison. Mr. Faison, good morning. You're here because you've been accused of one count of battery second or subsequent offense. Mr. Faison, there is probable cause in the complaint. The criminal history is concerning because the Department of Corrections website shows that you've been to prison 4 times. Is that accurate, Mr. Faison?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think you're still entitled to a bond. It's just that's going to prevent me from considering any other types of option other than a bond. So let me see what the attorneys have, and then I'll set that bond. Mr. McDaniel?
Your Honor, I don't think we have a whole lot, but I mean, the history is what it is. But Jake, if y'all received word from the victim in this case, I guess.
And not yet. We haven't heard anything from her yet.
Okay, all right. So just we'd ask for.
So, Mr. Faison, your bond's going to be $10,000 cash or surety. You also have a condition of no contact with the alleged victim, and that means no contact at all. You're entitled to use the phone, sir, in a few minutes to try to post the bond. You also will get a notice for your court date, Mr. Faison, and that should be February the 3rd in circuit court at 8:30. Mr. Faison, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Wish you the best, sir. After Mr. Faison, we have George Konikoff. Mr. Mitchell, do you want time to look into this one?
Yeah, just bond for today and we'll
Okay.
look more into it.
Does Mr. McDaniel know that?
No.
Mr. McDaniel, Mr. Mitchell's wanting time to look into Mr. Konikoff's criminal history. The other problem is that the officer doesn't tell the value of the everything in the wallet. He tells the value of the defendant allegedly tells the value of some cash that was supposedly taken, according to the complaint, but there's nothing about the value of anything else. So restitution is absolutely unknown because the complaint's just not very thorough. But I think Mr. Konikoff, as far as I can tell, he's entitled to a bond. But the state's not wanting to make any kind of offer today. Is that right?
Not today. We'll review it a little bit more before his arraignment date and we'll go from there.
So Mr. McDaniel, for bond purposes, anything from the defense, sir?
I mean, I don't know if the state looked at it. I mean, he's a homeless man that,
It's a little confusing. It's a little confusing because it says he's homeless, but then it says he works there. So it says transient, and then he's
homeless. He lives in the woods there and he works at TA. I mean, he walks over there to TA and works. I mean, he's a homeless guy, and he's alleged taking someone's wallet that the guy left on the. I understand completely that reserve on restitution to find out how much is owed, but I don't know if anything else is strange about this case, but.
Well, the difference is whether it's a second and first degree misdemeanor. The officer charged him with a second degree misdemeanor, but the criminal history clearly shows a prior theft. So it could be a first degree misdemeanor. I don't know if the officer was aware of that and chose to file it as a second, or if the officer was intentionally if he didn't look at the criminal history. But if Mr. Mitchell wants additional time, I think he's entitled to that. I think your client's entitled to a bond, though, as far as I can tell.
I don't disagree with any of that, Your Honor. I mean,
Do you want more time to look into it, Mr. Mitchell?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything from the state bond bond wise?
Nothing as it pertains to bond.
Mr. Konikoff, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000 cash or surety based upon your criminal history. We'll see you at your next court date, if not before. But Mr. McDaniel stays on top of his cases very well, so I may see you before then. Your regular court date will be February the 2nd at
March 2nd.
March 2nd. And that's kind of strange that y'all and felony have different cutoffs.
Yeah, cutoff was yesterday for misdemeanors and cutoff for felony today.
But the cutoffs are 1 day apart.
Yeah,
That 1 day makes that big a difference, huh?
just like the 1 day for the arraignments, both days.
So they'll give you a notice for March the 3rd, but I very well may see you before then. I'm asking Mr. Mitchell notify your attorney just as soon as he's had a chance to make a charging decision. Mr. Konikoff, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Wish you the best, sir. There is a condition of no contact with alleged victim, Mr. Konikoff. We have Mr. Olds we've already seen. Caleb Sherman is next. Mr. Miller, we only have, I think, this may be the last case before yours. Mr. Sherman, good morning. Mr. Sherman, you're here because you've been accused of 1 count of possession of methamphetamine, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, a possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine, and a driving while license suspended or revoked knowingly. Those are the 4 charges you're accused of. So I have read the complaint this morning. There is probable cause. I've also looked at your criminal history, which is not bad. There's a violation of a PTI, but it doesn't show me the disposition when you went back to court on that charge, but that's the only thing that's on here. So I think you're entitled to a bond. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Mr. McDaniel, anything on behalf of Mr. Sherman?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Mitchell?
We just request he be subject to random UAs.
Mr. Sherman, you're not on bond now, correct? I mean, you're not on probation now, are you?
No, sir.
Mr. Sherman, I'm going to set your bond. The most serious charge is that possession with intent to distribute. That bond's going to be $10,000. The methamphetamine is the same methamphetamine. Now, I researched that this morning, and the case law says that you can charge both. I don't know the state normally does, but you could. So that's going to be a much lower bond because it's the same substance, the exact same methamphetamine. You're charged with possession with intent to distribute it, and you're charged with possession of it. At one time, you couldn't do that, but the most recent case I found says that you can out of Florida. So your bond on that possession of methamphetamine is going to be $1,000 because you've got the bond for the same substance. Drug paraphernalia and the driving license suspended will be $2,500 each. When you add those together, and I didn't write down what I said on the $16,000 cash or surety, Mr. Sherman. You do have a condition of random urinalysis, sir, because it's a drug offense that you're accused of. And you will have the right to use the phone in a few minutes to try to post a bond. They will give you your notice at the jail for your court date, which should be February the 3rd at 8:30. Mr. Sherman, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Wish you the best, sir. I believe we've got Mr. Miller that's been waiting. Mr. McDaniel, we'll come back to those other couple of cases in just a second. Mr. Miller's client's in the courtroom here, and his name, Mr. Miller?
It's Jake Hodges, Your Honor.
Mr. Hodges, come on up, please. This is State of Florida versus Jacob Hodges. Mr. Hodges, Mr. Miller has been very proactive in trying to get your case resolved. So he's got it set for a plea hearing today. You're hearing case number 25-483 CT. I'm going to ask Mr. Miller to put the specific charge or charges on the record and listen to your attorney, please.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, Mr. Hodges is charged with 1 count of DUI. His offer is 11 months, 29 days probation with $1,078 court costs and fines. He'll have to complete the DUI school. He'll have 50 hours community service work. He'll have the minimum driver's license suspension, and he must enroll and complete an inpatient drug treatment program, and that inpatient portion needs to be 90 days.
So, Mr. Mitchell, here's my question. My understanding just from the emails I'm reading back and forth is if he successfully completes the inpatient portion of 90 days, he'll be eligible for immediate termination of probation as soon as court costs and fines are paid.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes. Wait, say that again.
Okay, so look. So I don't know if you can hear. I want to make sure you can hear you, Mr. Goodson. Mr. Goodson wants to make sure we're all on the same page, Mr. Miller. So
Okay.
my So that's a great
Can I
point.
say something real quick? Corporal Campbell, can you mute the mic out there? I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of feedback and I can't hear Mr. Miller.
Thank you, Corporal. No problem.
It's
Thank you,
okay.
Corporal. So Mr. Goodson wants to make sure that what the conditions are, you've got to complete before you get probation, before you get off probation. You clearly got to do the 90-day inpatient drug treatment. You clearly got to get the court costs and fines resolved. Okay. You also, by state law, have a condition that you do 50 hours of community service work. I'm going to give you credit for that for being at the program as long as you complete the program.
Yes, sir.
So you won't have to do the community service. But what you will have to do is enroll in DUI school, complete DUI school to get off probation early. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is that, I know that we may not talk through all of that in these texts. I'm not sure if you were aware of all of that. Does that bring any questions to your mind or any hesitation in entering this plea?
No, sir.
Mr. Miller, any concerns that you have about those clarifications at all?
No, Your Honor.
So I have no problem you getting off early. I have no, because you're doing the 90 days. I have
Yes,
no problem you getting off on day 91, as long as you have got the other things done. And the problem is you can't do the DUI school until you get out of the program. So you're going to get out of the program, take care of the court costs and fines as quick as you can, get the DUI school taken care of, and then you're going to be eligible to get off probation immediately when those things happen.
Can the fine money, can that come out of the cash bond?
If there's a cash bond, we have to take it out. So how much is the cash bond that was posted?
5,000.
So what happens is the court costs and fines will be taken out of the cash bond, and the balance will be returned to whoever posted the cash bond, whoever's name is on it.
My bad.
Mr. Goodson?
So we did this last time. I don't know if Mr. Hodges wanted to do that. So hypothetically, if he stays on 90 days, which I think will be longer, would he want us to go ahead and take 3 months of probation fee out of that?
I don't want him paying supervision fee while he's in the program.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I mean, y'all not doing anything. He's in the program.
Well,
When I say y'all not doing anything, I mean, the probation isn't actually doing an act of supervision because you're in the program. Now, once you get out of the program, your supervision fee will start, your monthly supervision fee. So what you want to try to do is aim to get everything taken care of when you get out of the program. So you've got everything done. So you're on probation as little time as possible after you complete the program.
Yes, sir. The program I was going to is in North Georgia,
That's fine.
and I'm going Monday.
We're going to talk about that in just a second. I'm
Yes, sir.
sure the attorneys have discussed that, and I don't know that I've seen that in the email. Mr. Miller, what's the plan on getting him up there? I think your email may have said bars to bed at some point, but I could be wrong about that.
Your Honor, that is the bars to bed issue was regarding the inpatient drug treatment to the aftercare. So they call it door to door. So once he's done with the first 45 days of inpatient treatment, he will be door to door transferred to the aftercare facility that's also inpatient, which is somewhere
So
from
the agreement
45 to
that
6 days.
The agreement that y'all have reached between yourself and the state and your client is he would actually go home today and he's going to self-report to this program Monday.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Miller, is that accurate?
Your Honor, I don't know that me and Mr. or ASA Mitchell have discussed this specifically. I think at the last court date, what he was the position of, as long as the 90 days got completed during probation, he was comfortable with that. Am I correct in that, ASA Mitchell?
That is correct. I think just the issue is just him getting there, which,
And I don't have a problem with that. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
yes.
What time will you be reporting Monday?
Will
You have
he-
report time?
well, they're 24. She said that they're 24/7. I mean, I can come.
I need a time
Oh,
because we're going to check and make sure you're there.
yes, sir.
Because that's going to be a condition that when you meet with the probation officer today, he's going to say, when are you going? What time are you going to be there? Because they're going to make sure you're there. Because if you don't
Yes,
go
sir.
to the program, that's going to violate your probation.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm
So
going.
what time do you have to be there Monday?
Um,
Where's that in Georgia?
It's in Monroe.
I don't know where Monroe's at. Is that North Georgia?
It's right outside of Atlanta.
Okay, so it's 5-6 hours away. So, and you're going up Monday morning or you going Sunday and then be there Monday morning?
We were planning to go Monday. We were going to leave early in the morning and
Okay.
he was going to take me up
Who's
there.
taking you? Is that your father?
My father.
Is your dad taking you?
Yes, sir.
You want to say 3 o'clock?
3 o'clock Monday.
3 o'clock our time. Okay, so if we say 3 o'clock, that gives you time to get up there, get something to eat, get him situated, go to Walmart if you need to get stuff or whatever, and then I'm not, encourage you to go to Walmart and wherever you want to go. I couldn't care less, but he may need socks or whatever, so 3 o'clock Central Time Monday, you have to be at the program. Mr. Miller, can you live with that?
I can, Your Honor.
Mr. Mitchell?
That is agreeable with the state. I did also want to say that this agreement is, the law enforcement officers that were involved in this are agreeable to this plea.
And I appreciate you wanting to address any underlying issues that may exist, okay?
Yes, sir.
And is this a plea you want to enter?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to accept your plea of no contest to the charge of driving under the influence. I'm going to ask you to sign this waiver of rights form. This form, Mr. Miller's probably explained to you already. I'm confident he has. This form waives your right to a trial. Also waives your right to call and cross-examine witnesses at that trial, Mr. Hodges.
Yes, sir.
Sign your date of birth. Mr. Hodges, I'm going to accept that plea of no contest. The judge are guilty of the offense of DUI, place you on probation for 11 months and 29 days. Court costs and fines of $1,078 to be taken from the cash bond. The balance of the cash bond will be returned to whoever posted it. You have the conditions required by state law, which are successfully complete DUI school, which I've talked to you about, successfully perform 50 hours of public service work. But since you're doing an inpatient treatment program, as long as you stay there, and complete the program, you'll be given credit for the time there, and that will satisfy your community service work obligation. I do recommend the minimum driver's license suspension, and it's a total of 90 days. Mr. Miller has been clear that the initial inpatient portion is only 45 days, I think, but there's a follow-up aftercare that's also inpatient, and I've told the attorneys I have no problem with that as long as it's inpatient. So you've got to be somewhere at least 90 days dealing with the underlying issues. Once you get out, cop supervision very well may start, but you will only be on supervision until you get those conditions completed. Normally, people have to do half their supervision. In your case, you may not even have to do half. You may want you'll talk to Mr. Goodson downstairs. You may want to go ahead and schedule the DUI school at a short time after your release. That way, you've already got it scheduled, and when you finish the program, you'll have that already scheduled.
Yes, sir.
But that's something you'll talk to Mr. Goodson about. Lastly, you report to the program next Monday. What's that date? January 26th, no later than 3:00 p.m. Central Time. Mr. Hodges, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Mr. Miller, did I miss anything from your perspective?
No, Your Honor, but I do want to make sure that I'm clear about one thing. Once he gets out of the program and the supervision starts, how long does he have to check in to probation?
Well, where do you live at?
I live in Donaldsonville.
Okay. What I'm going to say is the next working day.
Next working
Okay.
Okay. So if you get out on a Saturday or even a Friday, you got to report in the following working day. So if you get out on a weekday, you got to report the next morning, next day. If you get out, they'll give you the hours downstairs. They're open 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. That's
I'll
going to
go
be the
straight
next
to
working day.
his
And that's
office.
just to check in and make sure you're on the same track. Everybody wants you to get this done and complete it and get all probation and get it behind you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions?
Just, will I get a copy of the order?
Yeah, you're going to get a copy of everything in just a second, and you're going to see Mr. Goodson with the probation office, and they're going to get you downstairs and get you instructed. They're going to go over everything with you, answer any questions you have, give you a copy of everything in writing, and then you'll be free to go.
Yes, sir.
Let me see if your dad has any questions. Sir, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Well, I hope you complete everything. I wish you the best.
I
Okay.
need it.
Thank you, Mr. Miller, for getting this on the docket and getting it resolved. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Your Honor, for doing it on such short notice. And Mr. Hodges, if you have any questions, give me a call, even if you're down in probation, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
He
Thank
said
you.
yes, Dustin.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip from TCF Live. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. And you can join us weekdays live, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, right here on this channel.